Good morning. Oh, sorry, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. I just want to give you guys a quick update on the OSHA citation situation. Last week, I told you that I needed prayers because I was doing an informal conference with Oregon OSHA. If you don't recall, Oregon OSHA is who issued me a $14,000 citation for opening against the lockdown, which I have no regrets doing. And that was about 7 months ago. So I'm still fighting that. And we had an informal conference last week, upon which OSHA came to the conference extremely unprepared. They had no recollection of the evidence that they found against me, as far as acting as an employer, which I am not. So the short version, in case you don't know, is that I have a salon that's all independent contractors. They get to set their own schedule, they get to do their clients, they run their own miniature business in my salon, and I just own the salon. And so in no way am I their employer. I don't pay them. They don't W-2. I don't control their schedule. So OSHA's jurisdiction is employer-employee work sites. So basically they're protecting employees from involving themselves in a hazardous workplace. So OSHA gave themselves the jurisdiction to decide that I'm an employer, even though I'm not, in every other legal form. And they conducted an investigation from May 5th to May 9th. And on May 10th, they issued me a $14,000 citation for operating a dangerous workplace for my employees. So I do not have employees. The girls that were choosing to work when I reopened were doing just that. They were choosing to work, and I had no control over them whatsoever. And OSHA took less than 5 days to issue me a citation that they had 6 months to investigate, okay? So everything about that screams political. They were issuing me a citation because they wanted to make an example out of me, and they wanted to shut me up, and they didn't want other business owners to think that I could get away with opening because then they might open. And so I got a $14,000 citation. Immediately, I decided I was not going to pay it and I was going to fight it. And I retained a fantastic attorney, George Goodman, who I recommend to anyone that has to deal with Oregon OSHA. And we had our informal conference last week. They could not recall the evidence that they found against me that would determine that I am an employer. So what a waste of my time. We had to reschedule. We rescheduled for today, and we just finished that conference. And it was very, very clear that no matter how well educated my attorney is on the legality of the citation, the statute that was cited, and the fact that none of the girls working were established as employees. They weren't even interviewed. They decided I was an employer anyway. And Oregon OSHA just won't, they can't say they can't show any evidence why I'm an employer. They just are sticking with the citation instead of withdrawing it, apparently for the publicity. There seemed to be no negotiation tactics whatsoever. The only offer they made me was that I could pay off my citation in payments. Isn't that generous? Merry Christmas to me. You can pay $14,000 over a course of time. I stand by my decision to open. I stand by the health and the safety and the sanitation of my salon. I will say, not a single person that has left my salon, not a single stylist, has had any kind of COVID positive test or COVID symptoms. Not one in 8 months. So the fact that the whole citation is based around my salon not only, having employees, but creating a dangerous workplace for my employees is clearly not true. And the science is there. The science says that no one has gotten sick in my facility. So we hung up the phone today without any offer from OSHA to withdraw it. So we are going to fight it in court. That's right. I have to go to a court of law. I have to stand before a judge and present all this evidence. So I've been retaining this OSHA attorney for 7 months now to fight this, and they won't back down. So now we have to go to court. So that being said, I just wanted to update you guys that that's what happened. That's what's meant to happen. I'm okay with this. I'm in this for the fight. And I believe that if I go to court, and fight this, that it's going to help the other businesses that have now dealt with Oregon OSHA. It's going to bring to attention the concerns that that we have with Oregon OSHA overstepping their bounds and trying to be the agency that cracks down on these businesses that open because they need to survive. I don't know why Oregon OSHA has decided that it's their job to bankrupt businesses and shut them down, but it is. So I'm going to fight them. If you're not aware, the same OSHA representative is also who issued the Courthouse Athletic Club a $90,000 citation for staying open recently against Kate Brown's new freeze. So that's the update. I'm so sick of fighting these government agencies that they're just trying to make an example out of me. They're trying to be political. They're trying to create animosity toward my business. They are trying to make sure that you are terrified to open your business because you could also get a $90,000 citation or a $14,000 citation. But I'm going to keep fighting it, you guys. I don't know when it's going to go to court. Probably next year. I will let you know. I would love to have support there if you are able. And I'm getting really annoyed with this fight. I thought it'd be over. It's been 8 months. No one's gotten COVID from my salon. Obviously, it was a great decision to reopen. I have no regrets. But I also want to say very, very quickly that for those of you that donated to my GoFundMe initially, because I was threatened with a $70,000 citation, I raised at least $70,000 for that potential citation, and I am needing every penny because I'm still filing my lawsuit against Kate Brown, Oregon OSHA, CPS, and Oregon Health Authority for the harassment I endured when I did open, and that is still happening as well, but it's also taking a while. And my OSHA attorney has pretty much cost me about $14,000, probably $20,000 by the time that this citation will be over, if it's ever going to be over, if I don't actually even just suck it up and pay it, which I'm not going to do, because then I just cave into them, and then they do this again to people. So, yeah, the GoFundMe money has really provided this fight for me, and so for those of you that did donate to that, I want to thank you very much, because if you didn't, I would not be fighting this. I would have just paid it and saved myself the stress and the anxiety, and I would have saved myself another $20,000 in attorney fees. But that would not have gotten anyone anywhere, and it would not have helped me stand up for businesses like the courthouse who were issued a citation, and I believe hopefully that they're retaining my attorney as well. But what we're trying to do is just set a precedence. If we can get in front of a judge and the judge slaps Oregon OSHA for overstepping their bounds and being out of jurisdiction and enforcing rules and laws that aren't actually there, then perhaps they won't feel the need to be the government authority during a future lockdown. So, yeah, let the fight continue. Thank you very much for praying for me. This is always an emotional toll. I don't know if you can tell. I'm just a little emotionally exhausted. It takes an emotional toll and it takes a toll on my family. I have to take time away from my kids to do this. And I can't help but feeling like it's all for the greater good. And I don't know why I was put in this position to fight like this, but I'm not backing down. And I'm not backing down because of the support and the love and just the support that you guys have been given. So thank you very much for that, and I'll try to keep updating you. Wanted to let you know that you probably should try to follow this page if you want to hear anything, because Facebook has completely censored my page. I'm getting almost no reaches because I have conservative values and Republican values, and I don't fit the agenda. So a lot of my videos and my posts aren't reaching anyone. So maybe share my page if you want, and hit follow instead of just like. I think that makes a difference. I don't know. I'm not big on social media, but if you're not seeing my stuff, it's not because I'm not posting. It's because Facebook doesn't want me to post, so they're censoring me. And if you haven't yet, I am on Instagram now, patriot.barbie. I'm taking that to the top. I've been speaking at Trump rallies and having a good time with that, and settling into my role as a very loud, proud, conservative fighter. And it's all because of you guys. And actually, it's all because of my haters, too, because the more people I piss off, the more I realize I'm doing something right. The values I stand up for are non-negotiable. And when you irritate people that much, and they're that hateful, you know that you're fighting on the side of good. So I'm going to keep fighting on the side of good, and I appreciate your support. And I will update you on my lawsuit against Kate Brown when I have an update to give you. Thank you very much.